So I did originally plan to spend ages making my own video about this, but Pokemon TV has got their own, which I've graciously borrowed a bit from. So the Alphabet Soup Tourney is just an A to Z of Pokemon, but you don't have to have one Pokemon start of every letter. And it's not like that Speed Tourney back in Season 1 of the PTGCP League, where you had to have a different starting letter for every card in your deck. At least one of every letter present, but you've got a choice of Pokemon name, attack names, or Pokemon ability names. There is a restricted list of this. There's a couple of Pokemon who fit in various sort of categories where they can fit in any deck of type. They cover a couple of the uncommon letters like J, Q, X or Z, or they're just quite powerful in a non-EX format. And that's important actually, because originally it was completely non-EX. After the tournament started deck building, a vote went up, so actually EXs were allowed. You're allowed any one non-Mega EX. But with such a small restricted list and a lot of possibilities, considering that B1's part of the tourney, it'd be a bit too long to go through all the decks I practice with. But the main thing to consider are some of the cards useful for those uncommon letters. But mainly, I'd highlight Jinx, giving you JYX, plus the water version also gives you the Z. Vulpix gives you V and X. You've got a fire and a water variety, so you can stick it in either of those decks. Or you can just stick a fire Vulpix in any normal deck, because he does have the colourless stall ability. Nidoqueen, if you get the whole evolution line out, that does give you a couple of things like Q and V, for instance. With the addition of the EXs, you've got Blastoise EX and Greninja EX, so just having one of their lines, that's also a number of your letters. You got the Rayquaza card, gives you Q, Y, Z, and the last probably like universal decent filler card is Chingling, giving you G and J, and Y if you need it. And yeah, so on to the tourney then. So anyway, my deck list for the tourney, I've gone with Fire, and I've chosen to run like a Chandelure deck. It's one of the new cards I got and thought it looked kind of cool, so I thought I may as well try it out here. Obviously, I run the line of that. I had to put a Lampent in to cover W. Paired with Chinglings because they're quite a good card. There is a deck going around that has these guys plus Aerodactyl, but I didn't want to like run that. And there's a couple more. I put a Cyndaquil in because that covers Y, Q, and then had the idea of, oh, I don't really want it just to be useless. So I added Typhlosion because his Fire Breath coming out could be quite useful to have. I've got Entei in there as well. He's giving me the Z, but plus he's doubling up as extra card draw that speed up the deck. So get the Chandelures out faster and cut down the opponent's deck size. And then as mentioned, Vulpix is in there covering V and X. Originally it covered W before I added the Lampent. But any other cards I tried to stick in to like cover the odd letters just made the deck a bit more like just random non-use cards. A bit of a singleton, so I've stuck May in there. I've stuck Lycia as I've got 450 HP mons or less. A Flame Patch as well, just for some retreat and attack shenanigans because most of my stage 2s need 2 fire energy. Yeah, let's go to round 1 and see how it does. Now I'm kicking off the Alphabet Soup and it's against a water deck. It's not a great start, hitting me for weakness. Hopefully though I can disrupt them enough to stop all their combos coming off. Double May, Double Candy, War Turtle, Copycat, be interesting. Obviously they've got a Jinx. Water Jinx is very useful for filling a lot of gaps. Although a few of them are doubled up. Like Blastoise EX has got the Y, Ninetales has got the Z, Mantite's got the Y, Mantite's got P. I think Alolan Vulpix for the F is probably the only like one that's had to be subbed in. And then I guess if you've got Alolan Vulpix, that's why you've got the Ninetales. Anyway, yeah, let's get on with it. Litwick, go in second. It's an alright start. If there's a War Turtle there though, that does one-shot me. And there's a candy in here. Oh no, I meant to retreat. Damn it. I was supposed to retreat and use Chingling. Well, I guess now I'll find out if you've got War Turtle or not. Although if you candy to a Blastoise, I'll be slightly annoyed at myself. Oh, I could have stopped that. Darn it. Well, now how do I take out the 180? What's Hydro Bazooka? 100 or 160? So Mars is a bit useless now. I imagine probably Wartortle wouldn't have come out, to be fair, with the May, even if I had Chinglinged. Okay, but there's no gusting away, so I've got 2 turns to do it. And I've got the second rare candy, so what I need... I want a May, because I need to get Chandelier, but I also need Cyndaquil. And it might work. Well, you're just Mayfod all the time. No, sadly, without the Typhlosion, I can't do it. Obviously with the heals as well, but yeah. Can I draw anything? I severely doubt it. Cool, good game. On to the second round. Second again, Litwick again. This time though, he's got to lead with Jinx. Well, do you know what? I'm actually going to Mars straight off the bat now. Just because obviously you've picked the guys you want, so you've probably picked all the Squirtle evolution line, so just shuffle that away. And actually retreat this time. Shut down any Pokeballs and any rare candies for the moment. Right, and you're going for the Squirtle build-up. So I'm fine with that. Keep Litwick in hand because I've got no rare candies yet, and it gives me some extra May power. Aha, retreat to the Mantine. Mantike. As much as I could but now I want to keep Typhlosion. just in the hopes of drawing some rare candies. But yeah, as much as I could come in to try and get the KO Mantike, I'm not going to yet, because I reckon you've got your rare candy in hand and that's just stopping you. But I feel like my win for this is going to be get Entei on the bench powered up, and then Typhlosion as well, and sacrifice a Chandelure against your EX. Rare Candy 1. Rare Candy 2. I've already used the maze, so let's just cause some havoc. Take away something. Oh, there goes your Ninetales. It's a shame I burnt Mars early, because this would have been the ideal time to use it right before I lose Chingling. Right after I use Chingling, actually. Because then it cuts you down to 2 cards, as well as hopefully taking away whatever stage 2s you want to use. At least I know you can't one-shot Chandelure this turn. Do you know what? Poker Flute definitely would have been like ideal for this deck. No one. Here's the Blastoise CX you've been saving all game. Can't one-shot me this turn. Vulpix can't evolve. In fact, I don't think I've got enough turns. Entei comes out, gets 1 energy. You KO him. Entei gets 3 energies. Stall with Vulpix, I guess, is my only strategy. Oh no, I was going to say Burn might do it, but you've healed. Yeah, good game. Well, actually not yet. I've still got a chance in a Vulpix flip. Obviously need 3 energy. Take away whatever that is. Come on, heads. Oh, and that could seal the game, actually. Don't know what the last card in your hand is. Not copycat. It might be a May. No. Oh, it's a research. Alright, so every time I've used this deck, Vulpix has literally just been May fodder, but it's actually just pulled me off a win. So, on to the deciding then. Cyndaquil's not the best option, but I do have X speed. So that straight retreat. I want to get that extra card draw. Luckily there's no Sabrina or Cyrus, so Entei can literally just build up out front and then run away when he needs to. Water on the Squirtle. Water on the Jinx. Okay, so Jinx is going to come out and start attacking me this turn, obviously. And that confusion's not going to be very nice for me. And gone with the War Turtle this time. I'm assuming that's just I was about to say to stop that chingling stuff happening before. But you could also have Blastoise in hand and just not have the rare candy. Oh, if only I could get definitely doing that. Gonna May. Right, I'm keeping Litwick and Chandelure. Let me check how many cards you got. 9. Vulpix, because I can always Pokeball him back out. And one of the Chandelures. I don't know why I Fire Breath there. Can I get Flame Patch? Oh, I drew Vulpix again. That's good for an emergency. Flame Patch? No. Entei can't stay out. Because he gets KO'd. Typhlosion is quite important. Chandelier goes out. Very smart to slowly wear me down. Take that away first. So what have you got in hand? Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, and Irida. I want you to get a KO before I do anything. I really need to get a hit on the Blastoise EX. The thing is, if you sit it on the bench and tap with Jinx, it gives me an extra turn to start powering up Entei. Entei gets 4 energy, that's 120, which coupled with the Typhlosion could be enough to start chipping at you. Let me just check what Ninetales does. 10 is it? 20 damage. Ah. Oh. So go for this attack. So you got Wartortle, Blastoise, and Irida. So I'm hoping I can get Irida with what I'm about to do. No. And I can't stall long enough. And obviously you've got 60 damage for Vulpix. I don't think I've got it. Yeah, I'm going to be 20 damage short unless you save your Irida. But yeah, that's good game. Comes out to be 160. Entei does 120. Plus that was 140. Well, the water weakness there sure helped. Although I guess just getting Blastoise out is also good. Still pushed it quite far, so not bad. Let's see how we do in the rest of the tourney. Catch you then.